Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, I hope everyone is doing okay. Well, it's getting hot around here. Very hot. Today I was running errands in the heat. It was awful. Okay. This video is things are here. And more than likely, these things are going to get worse. Like what? Like job loss, like SHTF, and like war. Evidence. I have evidence for you guys. Be prepared, not scared. So that's what preparedness is. It's just, taking a little bit of action all the time. And then it starts adding up and you're more secure. Something minor goes wrong. It's not the end of the world. So do we see evidence of job loss? Yeah, there is evidence of job loss. Okay, have you guys, I don't know if it's in your area, have you noticed there's less employees, especially to help people where they have kiosks? But then every once in a while they close the kiosk down because I guess people are stealing, and then we're waiting in long lines. I think they're trying to accumulate tension for the election like they did last time. So there's less employees. Sometimes they take cash, sometimes they want card, long lines, and so basically you're pumping your own gas, you're ringing up your own order. I really never wanted to be a clerk when I grew up, so we're doing their job for free. And then pretty soon we're gonna be delivering their food for each other. Using our cars, using our gasoline, such a deal. So now, one thing you have to do is, because they're so rushed, is check your receipts. So that was one of my errands. I had this sloppy receipt. Babies, stop tweeting. They missed you guys. Come on, okay, come on. It's Sunny. Sunny, you want to say hi to the YouTube family? These are my birds. You guys look over here. Oh, the ladies want to see you. Baby, say hi. The green one is Sunny, and the blue one is Sweetie Pie. Over here, bubbies. Over here, bubbies. They go everywhere with me. They go out in the yard. They don't go in the car. It's too hot. Okay, so now maybe they got attention. Okay, so what I didn't do is take a look at my receipt before I left the store. So then I lived two towns over. I had to drive over in the heat. I got over there. It was awful. I'm not shopping there anymore. You have to check your food. Is everything okay? Is some of it smashed? Is some of it open? You have to keep an eye on that. There is. So when there's no clerks, that means there's no jobs. Like in McDonald's, yeah, they're paying $20, but there's a lot less of them. The Boston market closed, and the Red Lobster's been leveled. We see that. The restaurants are doing poorly. People don't have any money when they don't have jobs. What's really horrible is if you lose your job and you can't find another one. Okay, so okay, wonderful. Inflation on food and gasoline will continue to climb. The condition of the President Biden, is nothing new. Possibly it's some kind of distraction. Probably some bad stuff is happening. Okay, so now, is there an increase in global tension? Yes. Okay, we went from assisting the Ukraine to assisting Israel. Now we're in a Cold War. So that could escalate and we could get into some kind of conflict with a multitude of countries. So we want to prepare for that. When a military needs people to fight a war, but there aren't enough volunteers, sometimes they'll begin conscription, which is a law that says if you are able to fight, you have to fight. Now, including women. So, if you are able to fight, you have to fight. Okay, so there's less money to spend because there's higher inflation on food, gasoline, job loss. Now there's natural disasters. Okay, I think China's having floods. Our fire season peaks out in September. It's really hot here. There's possibly going to be an escalation of the war. I don't see how President Biden is going to stay in, and I don't see what's going to happen. Last night I saw that Trump's VP was going to be Elon Musk. I put a picture on my Instagram for you guys. Okay, he's been saying he was president of the spacecraft, and I go, and that's the VP of the spacecraft. Okay, now we have to prepare a little bit for grid down. So as long as you have water and you have some food, you're going to be able to survive. Unless you live in like a brutally hot place or a brutally cold place, because I thought, why stress out over that? We're just going to be uncomfortable in our tension. We're not going to be able to cook our food, and it probably won't be a good idea to go anywhere because we can't get in anywhere because if there's no power in the stores, that includes 7-Eleven. Okay, now it's possible certain kinds of grid downs can signal an attack. Is it possible we could get attacked? Yeah, it's possible. Anything's possible. They're saying wait until the end of summer, more pandemics. Okay, when certain countries get unhappy, pandemics, flourish. But we had the pandemic, and most likely it would have to be airborne again. So we know to get masks and all that kind of stuff, toilet paper. Okay, now I found out about an egg farm, so I'm going to be getting my eggs at the egg farm. And also, I was researching, because I thought I'm going to start buying as much food as I can at the farmer's market because it's harvested no longer than 24 hours ago. 3 have closed. So I mentioned to you I had a terrible time growing stuff. I don't think I was the only one. So I'm buying my food fresh, and I'm buying my food marked down. So Tuesday I want to make pots of food. So I have plans, and this works its way into the stockpile. So if you're new to stockpiling, if you have, it could be any kind of beans, but I like split peas, and I stockpile, when I find bacon at a good price, I stockpile 6 of them. So this is, let's see, what is this? This is 16 servings. And so figure 4 servings, 4 servings, and this is 12 servings. So in 1 serving you put 3 pieces of bacon, and then you would make cornbread. So that's going to be one of them this month. Let me give you the Julia Child's cornbread recipe. Okay, 1 to 2 eggs. It's going to taste a lot better if you have some of those good eggs. 1 to 2 eggs, 1 cup milk, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 cups, 1 cup flour, 1 cup cornmeal. A while back, I bought better cornmeal because I thought, if I ever have to eat this stuff, I better get some good cornmeal. 2 to 4 tablespoons melted butter, 2 to 4 tablespoons sugar, and 1 tablespoon baking powder. And if you mix it up and you let it set for about 20 minutes, like the fry bread, your cornbread's going to turn out a lot better. So split peas and some of this. This is Julia Child's. I have never gotten a bad Julia Child's recipe. yet. No. Okay, I want to show you something. Okay, so I used to have a lot of these because I sell books. So I don't know if I sold them or I left them or whatever, but I saw this one for $1, so I picked it up. And if you can get one of these, the reason, anything I buy, I want to know eventually when I get rid of it, I can sell it. So I will get rid of this when I get a better one. Let's see, here's the split pea soup. 2 cups dried peas, about 1 pound. Now, this is more than 2 cups. This is about, it's 20 ounces, so it'd be about 5 cups or 6 cups. 2 quarts water, 1 ham bone, but I use bacon. 1 cup minced celery, 1 medium onion, finely chopped, 1 sprig parsley, and 1/4 teaspoon pepper. So you don't need much to make this. If you don't have bacon, if you don't have ham, you can just use a little tablespoon of butter to get a little fat in your split peas. So I'm going to leave these out. So if you're new to stockpiling, so what you want to do is keep your eye out because you have your plan. Okay, the next pot of food is beef stew and biscuits. So what I bought today, marked down, I was really looking for marked down produce because I was an opportunistic shopper, and I got this beef, 18.90 something to $9.38. So I think this looks like about, for me, about 4 portions, so that comes out to about $2 and something cents each. And I'm going to give you the Betty Crocker beef stew. Here's the old beef stew. I'm just going to show you this one because I'm going to be making this on Tuesday. I don't know if this is Tuesday, but Tuesday is a good day to make a pot of food. You can make it in a crock pot. If you can find one of these, some of these are very expensive, but still, you can sell them for between $10 and $20. That's not the kind of stuff I want to sell. I'll get into that in a minute in case some of you want to try to earn a little extra money on eBay. So then, let me give you my biscuit. Now, it took me a long time to find this biscuit recipe. 1 cup flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon sugar, 1/2 teaspoon salt. Mix all the dry ingredients. 3 tablespoons cut cold butter, cut it in small pieces. I usually keep it in the freezer, and I cut it into the flour, and then 1/2 cut buttermilk, save some to brush on the top. So if you have evaporated milk, just add some lemon juice or some vinegar, and you'll have. So if you have some beef stew and some biscuits, and so you can save your biscuits. Like, I didn't show you because tonight I might have either some egg whites and some bacon, or else I might have some hot dogs and rice. So there is the biscuit. Get a good biscuit recipe or buy the biscuits. Those are good. But it's better to make them yourself. Okay, and the next one is going to be beef and noodles. So what I have marked in here is beef stroganoff. Betty Crocker. I'm just going to show you the recipe because I'll be making this. I don't know if it's going to be this week. So what I want to do is totally restrict spending for the rest of the year, except for a little home decor on a budget and getting ready for Christmas. I bought a couple really nice things this week, but I forgot what they were. But I mean, my house, if I clean it good. Okay, so that's for my Tuesday pots of food. Okay, so Saturday, last week I think it was, the food bank was out of food. So not to be detoured, I went to Ralph's and I bought almost an identical food to what I usually get. But I mentioned to you guys, oh, and then I bought these noodles at Aldi's because I thought if I ever have to eat noodles, I want good noodles. So I could always make my own noodles. Okay, so I mentioned to you that, let's see, when was this? This was the senior, I'm glad I wrote this. This was the senior food pantry, May 11th, 2020. Okay, one cheese, like a Velveeta cheese, a bag of oranges, 2 large bottles of juice. I think they were grape juice. A 1 box cereal, 2 shelf-stable milks, oatmeal, 1 large jar of peanut butter, 8 vegetable soups, 2 pink salmon, pears, 1 package brown rice, and 1 package of spaghetti. So I think this was for a month. Okay, at the senior pantry, you just go and you show verification of your address and your income. And I think this one is, there's pantries, seniors go on a different day than regular people. Also, you know, I had a couple friends who were kind of poor on disability, and certain kinds of disability are not allowed on EBT. So you want to find food pantries. I'm not going the rest of the summer. Let's see what happens. Okay, today I had, so on Thursday I like to eat frozen food. I had 2 slices of pizza and 4 dino chickens, a top ramen, and then what I like is crackers with my homemade peanut butter, and I had good cheese that I stockpiled. So that was a good, okay, so Saturday is marked down produce, but this week I'm going to try to kind of go towards the senior food pantry. Sunday is $1 meals. That really worked good. I got all kinds of food, and I thought, you know, this is like a defeatist attitude. Oh, there isn't any $1 food. Yes, there is, but you got to look around for it. Monday, I will be making jam, pickles, yogurt, peanut butter, granola butter, sour cream, or bread. I think this week is going to be applesauce bread. Tuesday is the pot of food. Wednesday is hot dog, sausages, and potatoes. Thursday is frozen food, soup and crackers, you know, frozen meals, pre-cooked chicken, leftovers, and Friday is a fish meal. So if you have some kind of little plan, it's unlikely you're gonna run short because you'll just go get, okay, I want to mention Friday fish meal. You get about 1 or 2 tablespoons of butter. You melt that, you sprinkle butter, and you stir that around just to get the raw taste out of the butter. And then you start adding milk little by little by little to make a white gravy, and you can add cheese. Then you add a can of tuna, and you can add peas and cooked noodles. I might make that. I haven't made that for a long time. My followers, I have a lot of new followers. Pretty soon I'm going to have 7 million views. I'll have a little party. Nothing expensive. Okay, so I'm pretty much for my own good ceasing spending. So now what about an SHTF? Exactly, I think it's important. Exactly what is SHTF? So you might go, oh, well, that's like when we get a bomb or whatever, but it refers to a situation where chaos and disorder prevail, major disasters, they happen when disasters happen, or societal upheaval, or wars. Be prepared, not scared. Start cutting back now. Okay. Okay, I want to show you what I bought today. Okay, I showed you the litho. My ex-husband was a lithographer. And so the litho was really hard to value because there isn't any. And the litho was, let's see, 1978. So you figure 42 years litho. And it looked like it was a pretty legitimate type litho, so it sold. So that was one of the things I was doing, I think it was yesterday. So today, when I was out running these errands in the heat, I was by this thrift store, and one of the things I have to do is make some contributions to the thrift store. And I thought, well, let me see if I can find something. Well, I did find something. Take a look at this. This is an old Judy Garland record album, and so what I look for is, my son loves jazz music, and so I was trying to find a jazz, record album, but this is really nice, so I will sell that maybe. But what I do is I say to myself, if nobody buys it and I have to hang on to this item, is that the end of the world? No, I could sell it, but I probably wouldn't want to keep it. And then I ran into this guy, and this is very important. I go, he was looking at albums. I go, do you sell albums? And he goes, no, actually I sell men's outerwear. I go, really? Is that profitable? He goes, yeah. And I saw he had a cartload of stuff. And I go, is it hard to learn? He said, no, just buy name brand. So I was looking, and so these are some decent, really decent leather wingtip shoes. And so one thing good about this is if I sell them this week, next year, there's no urgency in selling them. And so these are like $260 wingtip shoes. So we'll see if they sell. So I listed them a little bit on the old side, because the low side, because they could use a little repair on the heel. But if I leave it like this and I sell them reasonable, the person can get a good pair of shoes and have them repaired or not. So that's what I bought. So then that gives me just about as much inventory as I had, because this is not really the time for selling right now, just before we could have a terrible recession. And so if you sell all your stuff, that puts you in the position to have to buy more stuff, and the stuff is inflated. So if you can wait around until the price drops, depending on what you can find. So that's what I did. Okay, now, this is some food that's very important to store. Bread, or you can store crackers, and then if you have stuff to make bread, you can make pasta. Bread and pasta is a 1 to 3 year shelf life. Peanuts, buy a big bag of peanuts or a Dollar Tree, and then you're always going to have peanut butter, and those will last 4 to 5 months. They have a expiration date. Soup, today I had Top Ramen. For storage, for like emergencies, like if we're attacked, Top Ramen is fine. I have about 6 boxes of Top Ramen at all times. Those last forever. Okay, potatoes. Now the advantage to potatoes is that you can grow them. I have quite a few plants growing, and I'm excited to see what's happening, and I won't be surprised if something horrible happens. I will do my best. And then, okay, so I buy 10 pounds of white potatoes, but I want to start buying 10 pounds of yams and sweet potatoes. The small ones this size are $1 each. So I bought, when I went to the food pantry, no matter what you do, try to learn. So they gave us 3, and that lasted me about a week. So I bought 3 more. That will last me about 2 weeks now. And so eventually, when I find small ones, because I don't want them left over, I will buy 10 pounds. So sweet potatoes. So with potatoes, you could have potato soup or hash browns. Rice. Rice is, now I have stars by certain things. These are like key. and one of them is rice because of the long shelf life. And you know, you can put it in things, you can put food on top of it, you can make rice milk. Beans, I have to start by those. Now you can sprout beans. I'm going to try to do that. Canned vegetables, in my mind, is just the best to store everything canned. Dry fruit, 0 to 1 year. Raisins would be the I get big bags of those. Oatmeal, you know, get the big ones and then get a few of them. Tuna, 3 to 5 years. Now milk, now you need some seeds, but the best homemade nut milk is cashew. So those last for quite a while. They have a pretty long, depending how you buy them, long storage, and walnuts for baking. So you can make milk out of oatmeal and rice, but it's not that pleasant. Oil, Crisco, or lard. Tea lasts 1 to 3 years. Powdered milk, 10 years if stored properly. Honey or sugar, and lemon juice and vinegar. And vinegar lasts forever, but you really need vinegar. I'm going to be pickling, making jam. It's not entirely necessary to grow it, just buy enough to make like 6 pints. Today I was looking for, I see evidence of people preparing. For one thing, we're like a military town where I go over to the gym. When I worked over there, lots of people were deployed during the Iraq War. So and then the other important thing is you want to grow food indoors. Just go, it's a way of life. Tomatoes are hard to find. My homegrown tomato was crap. Onions, green onions, squash, and peppers have a lot of seeds. I am pretty successfully growing peppers. So the easy canning would be jams and pickles. And then with bacon, you can make bacon grease. So that's very important, because if something happened, you could fry up your bacon and then you would have bacon bits. In the freezer, they can last 4 to 6 months, but if you have them in a good jar, they can last pretty long. And so then remember, you can grow in the house, the deck, the patio, or window sill. So easiest food to grow is strawberries. I don't find them easy to grow. They always say that. Radishes, turnips, yes. Cucumbers, yes, but not this year. So let me give you this is like the most important part of this entire video. So go through it, and you don't have to get a lot. Don't spend more money than you can afford. Like when you do the dollar shopping, if you decide to try that on Sunday, I found that to be pretty good on Sunday. Say, is there anything on this list that I might get for $1? Well, you could get sweet potatoes. What I do is I think for like say if you're gonna go for a week, it'd be 7 items. I think canned beans are a good way to go. I don't like to eat beans that much. I'd rather eat peas and navy beans. Okay, and then this job loss thing, you know, when there was no food at the pantry, people could be jobless. So that's a bad thought too. The most important thing is stockpiling food, growing food, make sure you have water, and saving money. That's all. And then a full tank of gas if you can possibly afford it. Okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye.